Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today, Blind Fight Friday.
Dum, 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 dum.
So you might see there's something different going on with Blind Fight Friday. So we once again have changed the rules of the game. So I'm trying to make it better for you guys. So you know,
I did all right.
Yep, you did all right. So you know, you guys are doing. You're going to see the thumbnails. You're going to see all the stuff. And like a dope, I forgot to grab the key to this because I wasn't even thinking.
We talked too much.
Yep, we were talking about all this stuff. So now on Blind Fight Friday, we're going to put, it's whiskey against whiskey. So we've been having these things. We're going to try this for about a month. And whether we bring the game back, will we play against each other or not, we'll see. But being that I slightly beat him this week, we're going to take a little break of this, and we're gonna put whiskey.
In all fairness to him, I got smoked. So he was doing little. I got an extra 2 points for this, an extra 2 points for that.
That's what happened.
Those were the rules that he made up, and magically he smoked me.
I did good by the rules. That's it's good when you can make the rules, you can beat the rules.
And
that's
then,
the way it is.
And then after, when we shut the thing down, he's like, "Oh, and look, I got another extra 2 points because of this and this and this." And I'm like, okay, "Have fun."
I showed it all to them. I put it out there. You're going to see in the last 3 weeks that went by. So what we're going to do today is the regular Blind Fight Friday. So we're going to pick two random samples. And again, I put these all head to head. Some of these are some that have been in there since we started the blind sample game back almost 2 years ago. And a lot of the new ones that I put in, I'm putting in like some banging bottles. So if you have any suggestions for Blind Fight Friday, leave them down below. And I will add them to the list, and I'm going to put them in here, and then eventually, hopefully, sometime they pop up. But this is a true Blind Fight Friday. This is how we originally started when we were doing it. It's head-to-head. I put these all in orders using the Booker's box, and now I can keep them track so they stay with each other. So it's going to be whiskey versus whiskey. You're going to see that you're going to even know what we're drinking beforehand because I put thumbnails out. And then, wow, there's no nose in my glass.
I was just going to say, this is like nothing compared to what we did yesterday.
And we're gonna go right through it. Some of these are gonna be great. Some of these are gonna be some of the old ones we didn't have. Some of these I just threw together.
I'm wondering if that Oloroso is kind of what kicked that over.
The other one?
Because there's like nothing.
No, there's nothing coming out of this glass so far. So
maybe
this is a true blind. Even when we're doing the Blind Fight Fridays, we always knew what two bottles were going on. I like it better this way.
Thinking, really, we were gonna.
This is actually pretty dark, right?
I know. That's why I was thinking I'd get something, but nothing.
The palate was way better than the nose had zero coming out.
The palate's way up there.
It's way better than that.
And the palate's holding on.
Right. We're still going to try to guess type and proof and all that stuff. We're just not going to keep score like we used to do. We'll see who comes in closer. And eventually we might start keeping score again if you guys really want to see that. But that is way better than the nose. That is still there.
It's huge. I think it almost convinced me that I'm going to stay with a bourbon lane.
So since we aren't competing this time, you guys, I've already probably ran the picture of what glass one was. I'm definitely leaning towards bourbon,
and it's holding on.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards bourbon.
I'm not getting any kind of mint. I'm not getting any kind of a. I think it's carrying a proof.
Yep, I'm gonna try to guess the proof exactly just for fun. Like I'm gonna go right at it. So I'm not gonna do the 4 up, 4 down because there's nothing on it.
I hear you. I try that every time, but you do your little math.
I think I'm looking at it. I think we're drinking Booker's. That's my guess.
It could be because
I'm on a Booker's.
There is nothing. So it's like a 120.
I just got a hint of it.
123.
We're going to have to see when I go on to the second one. So I put 122 just for the heck of it. I think it's up there.
I was going 123.
Yeah, I think we're in that range. It could be
123.3 because they always do like a weird number.
If I was going to guess, I would have put like 124 so I can go 4 down. That would have been my guess. But I think it's about 122 proof. Just for fun.
It's definitely carrying. But it has a nice flavor, but it's a one note flavor type deal. It's not crazy.
I'm getting a hint of a nut. That's the only reason why I went with Booker's. But we're going to move on to glass number 2.
Because again, you didn't go with a price. But
we can go back.
Oh, okay.
because it may, if I try glass number 2, it may change this from a Booker's to an Elijah or something. But I'm just telling you off the top of my head. That's where I'm at.
No,
I'm in that range.
There was no nose.
And we're back to no nose again. Are you getting that?
It's a lighter vanilla.
Yeah.
Versus like a nothing.
I can see your vanilla actually. Now you say that.
That's all I'm really getting out of that.
I can actually. That's because it's not really a caramel.
It's like a vanilla.
No, yeah.
How
can this one be then? Wholly different taste on that one.
I was gonna say it's a way nuttier finish to me on this one.
Nutty. Okay.
I still think we're in a bourbon land.
I
don't think we went to a bread or we went to anywhere else.
Oh, wait a minute.
So you think it could be a whiskey? I don't know if this is carrying as much proof. The nose is better.
The real trick is which one do you like better?
Well, I'm going to say right now.
I think the viscosity on glass number 2. Actually, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to.
I didn't go back, but
it seems to coat a little bit better. It seems to be a little more oily, so it's sticking to my tongue a lot more. And the flavor profile is lasting a little bit better.
Well, and there's a couple flavors. But I don't know if it's carrying as much proof.
Okay. Being that we're working together, I can actually say that. So in my head, I got to go back to glass number 1.
That's where I'm at now.
I think this is the Bernheim wheat whiskey, the second one, where it's not carrying as much heat. It's bringing a lot more flavor.
What was that? Was that 120?
It's up there.
116, 120?
I think it's in the 120s. I don't remember. We only got that one.
It could be because there's a huge
there's a big disparity in flavor.
And you said, you didn't like the original.
The original gave me the black licorice. This isn't giving it to me. It's just giving me that full flavor. The black licorice I get off the young one, the lower proof one. Sorry, not young, just the lower proof. Don't go by me. I could be 1,000% wrong, but I want to say that's at least 122. That's in that range. It might even be 122. It's up there on that one. To me, it's not drinking with the caramels and the stuff. So I'm thinking it's that wheat. I think it's a wheat whiskey. I think that's what Bernheim is. I think it's actually a wheat
definitely
whiskey.
A wheat whiskey because it's got the whole picture of a piece.
I'm
thing of a piece of wheat
going
on it,
off my head. So I don't know if we had those.
The nose is way better in 2.
I don't know if. I think let me go back to 1.
No, I was just doing the same thing and
see, I'm getting a hint of a nut. That's what brings me to Booker's. I'm thinking this might be a Booker's on that. But then again, if I would have had a Larceny, I would have put that up against the wheat whiskey because it's a wheater versus wheat whiskey. But I really don't remember what I put together. I was drinking hard when I put all these together. I'm not gonna lie, it was like 5 hours.
Easier than 1. But a wheater, wheater tends to be, you don't get the proof as much.
It coats more. I agree with that. Yes.
The wheaters like the makers, they tend to disguise
the proof.
You don't get, like Booker's, you're drinking it. It's holding on.
Look, my only thing when you say easier, I think 1 is harder than 2, but 2 definitely. We're in the same land.
Yeah. My terminology is a little different. But
I'm just trying to clarify for those that are listening.
I think the wheat holds down that proof, which I don't remember. That was the burnout. That might have been because you could be right, or is it a Maker's?
I don't get that Maker's vibe. I just don't get it. They're usually darker and thicker. I'm spitballing. This might not even be Bernheim. I have no freaking idea. But in my head, I'm trying to think.
I didn't remember that being that high, though. I'm gonna.
It might not be. You warm up with it every once in a while, so I don't know. I haven't touched it since we drank it.
I'm gonna say. I don't even know what the price of that was.
The question is which one do you like better?
I'm liking. I actually like 2.
2 over. I like 2 over 1.
I do.
I agree.
So don't I. And I don't remember the price, so I'll just wing a price.
I don't remember what I paid for that one either. I think it has a way. It's more oily It sticks to your palate better. It definitely coats better.
But I'm not disappointed with either one.
I think I paid around. What would I like to pay for either one of them? Is what we're going to go with price. We're not so much what did we pay.
All right. So,
what do we think we should pay for that price? For what we're drinking, what do you? Where are you at?
right,
Like,
let me change that.
Yeah, is what we're trying to do on there, and it's gonna matter because like if Booker's is different, like we started playing a different price,
and then we know Booker's is going to be at 100 or it's going to
right.
be
So I'm not worried about what we
sold.
paid. I'm talking about what you think it is, and if you want to throw a grade out there, because we never graded all the ones that are in here. Where would you go with a grade with these?
I knew that was coming.
You suggested it, so people had asked for it. We're gonna throw it on there. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna go with it.
Let me go with a knick-knack for a second. So,
and again, we don't know what these are. You guys saw the thumbnails, and I'm running the bottles and stuff. We're 100% blind.
I do enjoy both of these.
I agree.
I'm gonna give two. I'm gonna give two a B plus. I'm gonna give one a B.
That's exactly where I was. So we're on with the grading. I agree. This is slightly better than this one is.
There's more notes and there's a little more flavor.
I don't think either one of them are like, well, this is whiskey of the year type of a thing. Yeah, but they are super solid, both of these.
Yeah, because I was surprised the other day when I did try the Bernheim and you're like, which one did you do? And then you threw me because I don't get the black liquor. So
I was just curious. I'm always curious what you tried. Just so
it always throws me for a loop. Like, picking a suck one because did I grab one that tastes like Scotch?
No, right. Well, because you've done that sometimes when we grab the rye one and stuff. Well, let's see what we actually got. I'm gonna have to pause this for real this time because I gotta go get the key. We'll be back in 1 minute. So we are back. All right. So we're gonna go through the thing. So what did you say for whiskey number one?
Bourbon.
I said bourbon also. What did you say for proof?
I went 123.3 just because.
And I said 122. So what did you say for price? Like what were you willing?
I went 79.9.
That's what we started on. So I said 80 because we started on that. So that one was just to double check that. So you definitely had the 327.
That was probably 100.
So that was Booker's 2023-04. It is a bourbon. It was 127.8 proof. Wow. And it was $99.99.
You know you're drinking it.
But, and again, it definitely brought that little bit of a nut. It brought a little bit of thing, but
and the nose is way better now.
It is better.
There is a little vanilla-esque.
But you said it, and I 100% agree with you. It is more one note than what came off of glass number two.
No, absolutely.
100%. You nailed it when you said that. So speaking of glass number two, what did you say for it? So I said whiskey because I thought it was Bernheim.
I actually went bourbon again.
So you would have been right. And then proof?
I went 119.4 because it seemed to drink softer. But.
Yeah. So I ended up saying 120 even just because I was trying to nail the proof on the thing. And I again said $80, which would have been $79.99.
I went $89.99. Right. And I'm way up. I'm way higher.
That one happened to be Larceny B522, which is a bourbon at 123.8 proof. And we got that for $59.99.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
So you can't beat that with a stick. So the winner today is the Larceny B522. Mm-hmm. For $59, that one actually dominates over this Booker's. And that's the good thing about doing this, because if we saw the Booker's box, we would have been all giddy and happy. But this one...
I would have been challenging.
You don't like my dominating, but this is a way better drink than glass number one.
It is.
We even rated it B and B plus, and I stand by those ratings.
I'm gonna go there.
The thing is, at 59, which we can't get them at, that would actually bump it up to an A minus.
It probably would kick it.
That's what I'm saying at that point. So we're gonna try to figure out this rating score, and you guys can leave a comment down below. We're gonna be doing this for probably a month before we get to all your comments, anyways. But let us know. Do you want? Is it just straight? It should be just straight whiskey, because I hate to dog the expensive ones, but if they're good, they're good. You know what I mean? Nope. But it does add a little bit when you can get something at $59 that beats something that's $150 type of a deal. You know what I mean? So I like it both ways.
It's still $40 difference.
No, I like it both ways. So Well, there you go. This is the new Blind Fight Friday. Again, leave a comment down below if you like the way it is. You guys seen everything going. We're 100% blind. We actually did very good considering we actually
did bad, actually.
No, we were right on point on what it was. But these are two
and
distinct
it's back
smells
to what you
too, though.
say. You have to semi-do a bottle guess to kind of put you
It's
in
the
what
only way
land.
you can. It's the only way you can.
But honestly, this did not bring me to a larceny, which was weird.
It didn't.
Because it was drinking. It drank pretty
It
easy.
had a different flavor. But you know what?
It was
Larceny's a
probably
weeder
it was
too.
125.
Larceny's a weeder too. It doesn't. And that's the thing we
yeah.
always forget, because I always discount Larceny because we didn't have a lot of hits like this. Like, I didn't put them up against some of the big dogs, and I have to start doing it.
up against a lot of people.
No,
either,
and
so.
hence why I threw these in here, because they need to
Good
go.
choice.
Because
Good choice.
that way it needs to go in against each other, because otherwise, we put it on a pedestal and it gets it needs to see where
it
it
looked
is.
cool behind us for a while.
It did. It absolutely did. So, well, there you go. This is the new Blind Fight Friday. We're going to do it for a few weeks, and you can leave a comment down below if you want to see a competition between Mike and I. We can always bring that back in the next month, but we're going to work together a little bit, because I just want to see how good we can do, because we're going to have good with bad and the ugly in here.
Yeah, because there could be times you're going to probably be in heaven, and I'm going to be hating it, or vice versa. So
it's going to happen. So we're
we'll
going to see. So there you go. There's the new Blind Fight Friday. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
subscribe.